Ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, it's your man, it's Andy, the man without a plan. Let's answer some of your questions. Straight into it. Dale Farmer 568 says on this video about how to be a dom, we're talking about BDSM here. What if she, as in my partner, only wants dom and sub stuff in the bedroom? I feel it would roll over to day-to-day life somehow. No. So there are some like BDSM and, dom sub relationships where, yes, it's outside the bedroom. It's almost like a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week thing that you do all the time. That is not, generally speaking, how I like to do my BDSM. For me, dominance and submission and kink and toys and all of that is something that I only really do in the bedroom. And I might use naughty names outside of the bedroom. Like I might get girls to call me daddy if they want to, or they will do that on their own accord. But like the dominant stuff, I only really do in the bedroom. And I'm very gentle with my dominance. I will invite people to submit to me rather than it being this big hardcore thing. But yeah, I want to make it very clear that no, you do not have to do dominance and submission outside the bedroom if you don't want to. I think you're asking the question of or it's hard to tell what you're asking. Maybe you're asking the question of is my partner, a woman, going to have expectations that I do this in my day-to-day life? No. Some of them will, but you can just talk about it first. So some of them won't. You don't have to do this stuff outside the bedroom if you don't want to, and I certainly don't. I'm a big libertarian hippie. I want everyone to do what they want, and even in the bedroom, I want my partners to do what they want. So I will always talk to them before we go into the bedroom, and I'll say, what do you want to try? What's on your bucket list? What things do you want? What are the rules? What is consent? And all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, you can just talk about it all. All right, and this next one was just generally a nice comment that I really appreciate. So Gabriel, I can't even pretend to pronounce the next part of your name, says, insane that this video has only 500 views despite the usefulness of it. And he's talking about a video I did called Levels of Learning, and really I was reacting to a good-looking loser concept who's someone that helped me a hell of a lot. So I was kind of just piggybacking off his concept and giving extra info. So it goes on to say, the good-looking loser is also no exception. Ridiculously useful content that seems to be just forgotten. That's partly because good-looking loser's website is kind of dead. His website has died. You can't even go onto it. It's broken. I don't think he pays for his web host or something. But you go on to say, just a shower thought, it amazes me how much golden content there is in the internet. Before there were less influencers and SEO and AI-generated shit. Yeah, we could have a little bit of a discussion about how there are a lot of people that chase views and the algorithm and all of that. And so you do get a lot of clickbait content or cookie cutter content, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I agree. There is a lot of really beautiful, good stuff out there on the internet that's genuinely really helpful. It's just that generally speaking, the algorithms are probably not going to serve it up to you. You almost have to through word of mouth, ask other people or be told from other people hey, this YouTube is amazing, or this Instagram account is amazing, or this blog is amazing. Yeah, I kind of agree, man. The algorithms these days kind of push a lot of maybe less helpful stuff. That's how I'd phrase it. I've talked about this a lot. I disable all the algorithms. This is my Instagram. There is literally nothing on the homepage. I've disabled the news feed. There's just this nice little quote there. Same as Twitter. My Twitter news, there is no news feed. I have no algorithm. And I just use this extension here. It's called Newsfeed Eradicator, but there's a bunch of other ones for different social media platforms. So yeah, I've disabled all algorithms because yeah, man, they do, generally speaking, not really give a fuck about you and your happiness or whatever it is that you might want. It's more just about whether or not you will click and watch and view. And some more positive comments. This was on a video about how BDSM can be healing for women, and I did an interview with my friend Brandon the Dom. And Haley left a couple of comments, and she says, this is such good advice, actually, for accepting yourself, because all you're doing when you try to convince someone like that, she's talking about when you try and talk someone into having sex with you when maybe they're a little bit hesitant or they don't want to, all that you're doing when you try and convince someone like that is trying to validate your own feelings and not really respecting the other's self-determination. Yeah, I get this question sometimes where guys will be like, what do I do if a woman is putting up resistance or some shit, or she's nervous, or she doesn't want to have sex? And it's well, obviously you don't have sex with her. You can talk to her. You can open up the two of you and decide Do we want to talk about this? Is there a reason you don't want to have sex? Like, you can listen and all of that. But yeah, I've never been a big fan of like the frankly strange concept there is in a lot of men's dating advice where they're like, you got to overcome last minute resistance. And it's like, what the fuck? Do you want someone to push you and talk you into stuff that you don't want to do? No. And so the same thing here. Haley also says, this is such a valuable conversation to have and so important to learn and practice. Yeah, I'm enjoying having conversations with other people on the channel, so I might do a little bit of that from time to time. And Brandon is very easy to talk to, and he knows his shit when it comes to BDSM. And we'll keep this to be a pretty short video today. I'm a little bit tired, but this is something that I saw in a public bathroom literally this morning. I couldn't not take a photo of it because I love it, and this applies to a lot of you. It is okay to not be okay, or to be not okay. And I love how they misspelled the word okay and then crossed it out. Does that not prove the point? But yeah, there's a lot of pressure on us just as human beings, but especially all you guys listening, women too, but all you guys listening, I know you put a lot of pressure on yourselves that you got to be the big alpha male, that you got to have your shit together, that you got to be reliable and stoic and the rock and all of that. I put that same pressure on myself, especially as a coach. You know, I am someone that likes to be there for people that I care about, for my friends, for my family, for women that I'm sleeping with, for my clients, for all of you. And it is okay if sometimes you want to take a little bit of a break and just be not okay for a little while. It's okay if you have feelings. It's okay if you have emotions. It's okay if you're sad, if you're upset, if you're not feeling good. All of that is okay. It's okay to be not okay. And if you would like help with being a little bit more okay, I offer 2 tiers of coaching. I have my big hardcore VIP coaching program where you'll get direct access to me and the other coaches. And then I have the Abundance Collective, which is our $200 a month coaching program. I will leave a link in the description to both of those. As always, ladies and gentlemen, you're doing a fabulous job. And if you're not feeling okay right now, that's okay. Leave a comment below, or like I said, hit us up for coaching and we can help you. But leave a comment below and let us know how you're feeling. I promise I'll jump in there and either reply or I'll do a video or something, but it's okay to not be okay.